Your music was never meant to be perfect. I think we all have an idea of music production when we get into it. At least I did. I thought there was a system for everything. I thought there was ways to just know how to make good music that'll always come out good. And in a way that's true, but it's not the full story. In fact, I think that undermines a completely vital part of music itself. Recently, I've been trying to really dial down what might be considered my own style for music. What elements do I like to use? What type of emotion do I want to feel with the music I make? What key signatures do I use? What type of sounds, etc. And while this is a great practice, it leads me to making music and already having a preconceived notion of what it needs to sound like, or how good it needs to be. I want to make a song that I can release, so it has to be perfect. But can you really make a perfect song? I mean, if you could, then why would there be millions of songs released every day? Why would there be so many different songs we have in our playlists that we cycle through? Because we want to feel different things at different times. We get bored of a certain sound if it's repeated too much. So if that's the case, then you can't make a perfect song. Because no matter what it is, you're always going to get bored of it or think of new ideas and things to do to move forward. I think naturally, as humans, we always want to move forward in some sort of direction, building up towards something, even if there's never really that point where you finish or make it. So, that being said, I decided to shift my perspective when making this song. Instead of trying to make a song that fits into this box of what I imagine is a perfect song for me to make, a song that'll fit the style I'm going for, I wanted to just make something, knowing that it'll never be perfect, that every song I make is just a step forward to, I guess, an infinitely long journey of just sharpening the skill of music and getting better. So instead of trying to make something that fits into that box, I decided I'm going to make an imperfect song and an experimental song. I'm going to make chords that feel like something and go off of that. Instead of initially trying to make a certain sound in my mind, instead, what if you experimented until a certain sound comes up and let that lead you in that song? So I made these relatively simple chords. I processed the saw in a way I normally wouldn't. In fact, I purposely made it an imperfect saw. I was making a bass line that I ended up making a background element. I added layers in different ways. I wanted to sound design my own things, see where it takes me. Because instead of trying to make everything perfect, I decided to do the exact opposite. I didn't care how the song would end up sounding. The whole point was just to make a song.